Hello and a very good evening. You're watching Rajya television. This is Verdict 2013. I'm your host Frank Pereira. As always, let's begin with the headlines. Congress and Aam Aadmi Party released their manifestos for the Delhi polls. Both vow reforms to make Delhi a better place. BJP outlines its strategy for Delhi polls, says it will take up several issues in the run-up to the polls. Saffron Party releases its manifesto for Rajasthan polls, focuses on youth, farmers and assures reservation for tribes. And the Bharatiya Janata Party moves Election Commission once again against Rahul Gandhi over his controversial remarks against its leaders. First up in the bulletin, the Congress released its manifesto for the Delhi Assembly elections today, focusing on inclusive growth, water and sanitation. The party claimed that under its rule, Delhi will grow faster. Incumbent Chief Minister Sheila Dikshit said that the national capital has turned into a well-planned city under the Congress government with fine roads and tolerance towards migrants. She also said that the migrants are welcome and they can lead a good life in the national capital. She said that the party has included housing for all in the manifesto. Sheila Dikshit, who will witness her biggest test following the emergence of Aam Aadmi Party, appealed to the people to give her a fourth term in office. She also called for a single command structure in Delhi and the national capital region should be made a common economic zone.
अपने मैनिफेस्टो को हमने वास्तविकता के नजदीक रखा है, इसलिए कि हम जानते हैं कि हम फिर चुन के आने वाले हैं।
जो हिस्सा है मैनिफेस्टो का वो है कि भविष्य में आने वाले 5 साल में हम क्या करने जा रहे हैं। हमारी कांग्रेस की नीति हमेशा ये रही है, एक तो इंक्लूसिव ग्रोथ की, और मुझे ये गर्व होता है कहते हुए कि 65% जो हमारी बजट है वो हम लगाते हैं सोशल सेक्टर।
Meanwhile, the Aam Aadmi Party today released its manifesto for the Delhi election, vowing to rid the capital of corruption and protect the honest officers. The party, which makes its political debut in the December 4th elections, released its manifesto promising to bring in the Lokpal bill within 15 days if it is voted into power. The demand for a Lokpal was at the centre of Anna Hazare and Arvind Kejriwal's campaign in 2011. The Aam Aadmi Party claimed to have taken feedback from across Delhi before preparing its manifesto. The party also promised to reduce power bills by ordering audits and checking allegedly inflated billing. It has also promised a special security force to protect every neighbourhood of Delhi. Well, not to be left behind, the BJP leaders also addressed a press conference in Delhi today. The party, however, did not announce its election manifesto for the state. Party leaders said that over the next 10 days, they will take up different issues concerning Delhi. Delhi will have assembly elections on the 4th of December. The press conference was interrupted for a short while when a party worker abruptly collapsed. The BJP's chief ministerial candidate Harshvardhan, who is also a practicing ENT specialist, examined him and pronounced him to be well.
आपको क्या लग रहा है कि वो अब हमसे भिन्न नहीं रह गए?
Papers of 900 candidates out of 1,110 nominations filed for the December 4th Assembly polls in Delhi were accepted after scrutiny. The Election Commission has rejected 210 nominations. The poll panel said that the rejections were due to faults in their applications. Today is the last date to withdraw nominations. The 900 candidates whose nominations have been accepted include 75 from the Aam Aadmi Party, 70 from the Congress, 69 from the BSP, 68 from the BJP, 10 from the CPI, 9 from the NCP and 3 from the CPIM. Besides them, there are 296 independent candidates and 300 from other political parties. In 2008 Assembly elections, the total number of contesting candidates in the elections was 817. Well, joining us right now is our correspondent Vishal Dahiya, who joins us with more details on this particular story and everything else that has basically happened today in Delhi. Well, Vishal, of course, the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress have come out with their manifestos. The BJP, however, has not done the same, but the BJP was not to be left behind and decided to have a press conference instead, where there was a bit of a drama as well when someone collapsed there at the press conference.
Well, Frank, to be really frank, there will be dramas and more dramas which we might witness as far as Delhi Assembly elections are concerned, because it seems it's going to be a highly pitched battle between the Congress and the BJP, with the Aam Aadmi Party trying to emerge as a third player in the state for the first time. If you look at the manifesto documents released by both BJP, by both Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party, it's a very interesting comparative analysis if you look at it that way. Congress says that it has done all it could do as far as power and supplying power and ensuring that every household in Delhi gets water. Now they are saying that we will focus on sanitation, we will focus on inclusive growth. The Aam Aadmi Party's manifesto goes ahead and finds fault with the 15-year rule of the Congress Party, saying that the electricity charges are pretty much high. They're promising people that if voted to power, the electricity charges will be slashed by 50%, which is a substantial amount. As far as water is concerned, they say any household which uses around 700 liters of water will be given water free of cost, and those who do not have access to water will be provided water. Now, water and power are the basic amenities as far as those people living in city, in the capital city are concerned. So obviously, these two are going to be the main, it seems that both these issues are going to be the main major issues on which the election will be fought. As far as BJP is concerned, you're right, they have come out with a 10-point charter plan, but then they're yet to come out with the overall manifesto of the party, which all of us will be waiting for to try and see as to what exactly is different, what BJP is offering different from Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party.
All right, do stay with us, Vishal. We'll come to you for another reaction in just a bit. But before that, of course, let's listen in to what Yogendra Yadav of the Aam Aadmi Party had to say when the party released its manifesto.
ये संकल्प पत्र आम लोगों की सभाओं से निकला है। पहली बार इस देश के इतिहास में किसी पार्टी ने हर विधानसभा क्षेत्र में जा के लोगों की ओपन सभाएं करके उनसे पूछा है कि आप बताइए आपका मुद्दा क्या होना चाहिए, आपका मैनिफेस्टो में क्या बिंदु होने चाहिए।
Vishal, coming back to you now, of course, now with the Aam Aadmi Party in the fray and the Aam Aadmi Party taking the fight directly to the Congress and the BJP, would one say that this probably is going to be the toughest test for the incumbent Chief Minister Sheila Dikshit?
Well, yes, it is going to be indeed, because if you look at the previous elections, it was always Congress versus BJP, and since last 15 years, that's 3 terms. The Congress seemed to have, got the better of the BJP in every election. But this time around, there is a third player, the Aam Aadmi Party. They've been campaigning vigorously. They've been finding faults with the city government and pointing it out specifically. It seems some places where it might hurt the ruling party a lot. For example, the issues which we were talking about, the power and water supply. But then there is another, a layer of the campaign which the Aam Aadmi Party is moving to, and that is the Jan Lokpal bill. Their ad campaigns have been very vehemently, promising people, talking about how if voted to power, the Jan Lokpal bill will be cleared within days of their taking charge. So obviously, these are certain issues which the Congress Party, which has been ruling the state for quite a few years now, and incidentally, they also are running a government at the center. And let's not forget that Delhi is a city state. There are certain powers which are not with the state government. They are vested with the central government. So obviously, it is going to be really an interesting fight, wherein Congress would like to go ahead and defend what it has done in 15 years or what it could not do in those 15 years and maybe promising to do in next 5 years. That's Aam Aadmi Party, on the other hand, trying to go ahead and find fault with both Congress and BJP, saying that it's like choosing a lesser evil. That's what the ad campaigns of the Aam Aadmi Party say. But the BJP, it seems, with Dr. Harshvardhan as their chief ministerial candidate being announced and the 10-point agenda being released today, would be trying to go ahead and wrest power from the Congress in this particular state, wherein they have not tasted power for 1.5 decades.
All right, do stay with us, Vishal. We'll come back to you after taking this perspective as well. Let's shift focus now to Rajasthan, of course, and then go back to Vishal, who's still standing by with us. Now, the BJP has released its manifesto for the forthcoming assembly polls in that state. It focuses on youth and farmers of the state and promises reservation for the Gujjar community. At one glance, the party's agenda for the state seems quite similar to that of its rival, the Congress, which released its manifesto for the state only 3 days ago.
BJP in Rajasthan hopes to return to power after 5 years. And to do that, the party has decided to focus on the youth and farmers of the state. In their manifesto released today in Jaipur, BJP promised employment opportunities for the youth and provide loans to farmers at 1% interest rate.
We have had the opportunity of travelling for the past 9 months now. And in the 9 months, I've been very closely connected with the people. And I've seen an anger there. There's an anger that all the promises that have been made in the last 60 years and which have not come to fruition.
BJP has also promised to provide 5% reservation to socially backward castes like Gujjar, Rebari and Raiga communities under the 9th schedule of the constitution.
यह हमारा संकल्प है। जो कुछ भी हमने कहा है इसमें अक्षरशः समय सीमा के अंतर्गत उसका पालन हमारी राजस्थान की प्रदेश सरकार करेगी।
3 days ago, Congress released its manifesto in Rajasthan. It has also promised jobs for youth and 5% reservation for the Gujjar and other communities. The party had also promised special grant scheme and cheaper electricity to farmers.
कृषि को लेके भी, पशुपालन को लेके भी जो मैनिफेस्टो में उन्होंने प्रायोरिटी दी है, मजदूरों के लिए भी, किसान के लिए भी, SC, ST, OBC माइनॉरिटी के लिए भी, माइनॉरिटी को हमने जिस प्रकार जंप दिया है 2.5 लाख से अधिक तो उनको वजीफा मिलने लग गया।
BJP will have its task cut out when the state goes to polls on December 1st. The party hopes the anti-incumbency factor against Ashok Gehlot will once see them back in charge under the leadership of Vasundhara Raje. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, let's go back to Vishal Dahiya, who's still standing by at the moment, of course. So, Vishal, both the parties, the Congress and the BJP, coming out with pretty much similar manifestos there, of course. What is the one standout factor as far as the BJP's manifesto is concerned?
Well, yes, you're right. They're pretty much similar. If you look at the major points of both the Congress and BJP manifestos in Rajasthan, too many similarities. Start with the promise for 5% reservation for Gujars and other backward communities. If you look at the promise to provide jobs, there's just a juggling of figures which has been done by both parties, because BJP says they'll provide 15 lakh jobs. The Congress says that they've provided 1 lakh jobs. They'll provide 1 lakh more jobs with each passing year. And same stands for the supply of power. The BJP says that it'll supply power for 24 hours continuously in rural areas. The Congress says that it'll subsidize the rates of the power. So lot many similarities as far as both the manifestos are concerned. But yes, if you look at what is different, then what will be different would be as to how the leaders of both these political parties will be able to sell this manifesto to the people. Congress has ruled for 5 years. Prior to that, BJP ruled for 5 years. So it's not that the anti-incumbency. If you look at the anti-incumbency period for the Congress government, it will be only 5 years comparable to that of 15 years in Delhi. So obviously, the Congress's task is cut out there, as well as BJP's task as well, to go ahead and convince the voters as to what they're promising is a much better prospect than what the other side is promising.
All right, Vishal Dahiya, we'll have to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining us there with all those perspectives and bringing us, of course, up to date with all the details there across the segments, of course, in Delhi and Rajasthan as well. Now, the BJP has filed a complaint to the Election Commission against the Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi for making derogatory remarks against BJP leaders. Now, the BJP has also complained against the Congress over its misleading advertisement targeting its Prime Ministerial candidate Narendra Modi and Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Earlier, BJP had complained to the poll panel on November 18th over Rahul Gandhi's remarks against the party at a rally in Chhattisgarh. Now, the Election Commission has expressed displeasure over Rahul Gandhi's remarks and advised him to be more circumspect during election campaigns. Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi addressed two rallies in poll-bound Madhya Pradesh today. Addressing an election rally in Kukshi, Rahul Gandhi said that the Congress will continue to bring in laws like the right to education, right to work, right to food, right to information to take the poor forward. He slammed the Shivraj Singh Chauhan government over the state's record of hunger index. He also stressed on the importance of health and education before launching infrastructural drive in the state.
जो भोजन के अधिकार की हम बात कर रहे हैं, जो हमने पास किया है, जो करोड़ों लोगों को फायदा पहुंचाएगी, इसके आप खिलाफ क्यों हो? 1 रुपए का अनाज देने वाले हैं हर गरीब को, इसके खिलाफ क्यों हो?
Well, BJP's Prime Ministerial candidate Narendra Modi is on a campaign trail in Madhya Pradesh, which goes to polls on November 25th. He addressed rallies in Shahdol, Singraul and Satna. Modi expressed confidence that his party would win the assembly elections in all the 4 states. Trying to woo tribal voters, Modi said that it was during Atal Bihari Vajpayee's rule that a separate ministry was formed for the tribals to take care of their welfare. He also showered praise on his Madhya Pradesh counterpart Shivraj Singh Chauhan for a reduction in infant mortality rate and deaths during deliveries.
समाज का कोई भी अंग अगर दुर्बल रहता है तो वो समाज कभी मजबूत नहीं हो सकता। राष्ट्र का भी कोई भूभाग अगर दुर्बल रहता है तो वो राष्ट्र भी कभी मजबूत नहीं माना जा सकता है। और इसलिए हम सभी क्षेत्रों का विकास चाहते हैं, सभी लोगों का विकास चाहते हैं, हर जाति बिरादरी समाज का विकास चाहते हैं और राष्ट्र को विकास की नई ऊंचाइयों पर ले जाना चाहते हैं।
Well, it's time for a short break now, but verdict 2013 will be right back. To stay tuned. Well, in the run-up to the Delhi Assembly polls, the Election Commission has made special provisions to ensure better participation by disabled voters in the capital. The Supreme Court has also passed guidelines on the required arrangements. Here's a report.
The Election Commission is doing all it can to attract maximum voters to the polling stations on December 4th when Delhi goes to polls. In its initiative to ensure increased participation by physically challenged citizens, the Election Commission has made several special provisions. Delhi's Chief Electoral Officer Vijay Dev will handle most of the operation in this year's election process. He assured that physically disabled and the elderly voters will be given priority.
डिफरेंटली एबल्ड कैटेगरी के जो हमारे वोटर्स हैं वो हमारे प्रायोरिटी वोटर्स हैं और उनके लिए चाहे क्यू मैनेजमेंट के अंदर चाहे उनको फैसिलिटीज़ देने के लिए जैसे बैठने की व्यवस्था है सो ऑन प्रायोरिटी क्यू मैनेजमेंट में उनका ध्यान रखा जाएगा.
In 2007, the Supreme Court had given special directives regarding this issue. It said that elderly and physically challenged should be allowed in polling booths before others. The polling booths must also provide ramps for their aid and also allow others to assist visually impaired voters inside the booths. In the past, physically challenged voters have complained of problems at the polling stations, especially waiting for too long at queues.
कई बार हम अपनी पर्ची लेके जाते हैं अपना नाम दर्ज वो करने के लिए, तो उनको ये नहीं पता होता कि नाम है नहीं, कभी वहाँ भेजते कभी यहाँ भेजते हैं. ये भी बहुत होता है कि पिछले बार मेरे साथ हो चुका है.
सरकार या वोट अपना चुनाव आयोग व्हीलचेयर का इंतजाम ही नहीं करते हैं वहाँ कि व्हीलचेयर का इंतजाम तो मोस्टली होना चाहिए क्योंकि डिसेबल है या सीनियर सिटीजन है उसको भी वो भी आते हैं तो एक तो व्हीलचेयर का यूज़ होना चाहिए, वहाँ व्हीलचेयर होनी चाहिए.
The Election Commission is hopeful that these guidelines will enable physically impaired voters to exercise their franchise and result in a better voter turnout in Delhi as compared to the last elections. Navikram Singh with Bureau Inputs for Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, the Gurh constituency in Rewar district of Madhya Pradesh is in desperate need of development. Roads, electricity and employment are the major issues of the local residents. In this election, Congress is expected to give a tough competition to the BJP, who has been holding the seat since the last 10 years.
Gurh constituency comes under Rewar district of Baghelkhand region. A majority of the rural population here faces problems of electricity, health and unemployment. The appalling condition of National Highway 75 adds to their miseries. Being a hilly region, there is shortage of water for irrigation. Farmers hope water from the Bansagar irrigation scheme will give them some relief. Gurh does not have sufficient number of educational institutes and the indulgence of youth in drugs is a big concern for the locals.
गुड़ में सर ये चाहते हैं कि जितने गरीब तत्व के इंसान हैं उनको कुछ कोई लाभ नहीं मिल रहा है। जिसको मिलना चाहिए उसको नहीं मिल रहा है और जिसको नहीं मिलना चाहिए उसको मिल रहा है।
पर हॉस्पिटल एक है और उसमें एकमात्र डॉक्टर पदस्थ है और बाकी यहाँ पर एक भी डॉक्टर है नहीं, महिला डॉक्टर नहीं है यहाँ पर। ये सब वो है, इसलिए लोगों को स्वास्थ्य सुविधा अच्छे ढंग से नहीं मुहैया हो पाती।
BJP's Narendra Singh has been holding the seat since the last 10 years. He is confident that the state government's development schemes will help him retain people's trust once again. The Congress is fielding Sundarlal Tiwari, who is a former vice president of Madhya Pradesh Congress and has been a Lok Sabha member from Rewa.
पहले दफे इस दावे के साथ जा रहा हूं कि इस सरकार ने, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की मध्य प्रदेश की सरकार ने ऐसे काम किए हैं जो विगत 10 वर्ष पूर्व कांग्रेस की जितनी सरकारें रही उन्होंने कभी नहीं किया था।
जो पढ़े लिखे नौजवान हैं, कम पढ़े लिखे नौजवान हैं, आज वो बेरोजगारी का आलम उनके सामने है। रोजगार के अवसर इन 10 सालों में घटे हैं। उन्हें कोई रोजगार उपलब्ध इस सरकार ने नहीं कराया, न इस सरकार के पास कोई योजना है।
In 2008, Narendra Singh defeated Congress candidate Rajendra Mishra by 11,378 votes, and in 2003 he was victorious over BSP's candidate Vidyavati Patel by 3,544 votes. For Congress, upstaging Narendra Singh's apple cart here will be the biggest challenge. With Panchanan Mishra and Gurh, Bureau Inputs, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, tribals in Balaghat district of Madhya Pradesh are still waiting for basic amenities and development. For years now, the tribals have been demanding for forest rights, but nothing has materialized. Economy in the region is in a bad shape, but voters say that the state government hasn't done much for them. Let's take a look at this report.
Balaghat is located in the southern part of Chaupal division. It is bordered by Rajasthan district of Chhattisgarh in the east and Bandara district of Maharashtra in the south. The Wainganga is the most important river of the district, and it separates the district from Sinoi, while the rivers Bhavanthari and Bagh define the inner state boundary.
There is a tribal population of about 30%. They largely depend on forests and the forest producers. Though there have been some major industries here, because we already have Hindustan Copper Limited and Manganese Ore India Limited, and that has given some rather, I would say, some fillip to the economic growth in those clusters.
The district is very rich in forest wealth. About 52% of the area is covered with forest. Teak, sal, bamboo and saja are the main trees.
Balaghat forest has rich natural resources. Teak wood and bamboo producers in the forest are famous in our country. Bamboo products produced in Balaghat forest are exported throughout the world.
Balaghat bamboo is one of the best quality bamboos in the country. The industry has been providing good revenues for the district. Bamboo collected from the forest are cut into large chokes and treated to make it stiff. It is then used to make furniture.
यहाँ का बैम्बू का स्पेशलिटी है कि ये जो मोटाई होता है इसमें बहुत मोटाई होता है और मजबूत होता है। घर मकान जो कंस्ट्रक्शन में भी इसका बैम्बू का इस्तेमाल करते हैं कि मजबूती के कारण।
Balaghat had 8 assembly constituencies till 2003 elections. In 2008, the Kerlanji and Kiranpur constituencies were added. Only Behar is the reserved assembly segment in the district. In 2008, Congress won 2 seats in Varasioni and Katangi, while BJP won in 6 seats in Behar, Lanji, Paraswara, Balaghat, Barghat and Sioni Nita.
मेरा मुख्य मुद्दा कि युवाओं के लिए बेरोजगार के साधन इस विधानसभा में निकले, बेरोजगारों को रोजगार का साधन मिले।
हम लोग शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य, जंगल जमीन जो हमारे जो हक हैं उसकी लड़ाई हम जो कर रहे हैं, उसके लिए भी उसके लिए हमारा ये मुद्दा रहेगा कि हम इनको सरकार से छीनें और अपने अधिकार प्राप्त करें।
और आदिवासी उत्थान के लिए अलग से एक विभाग बना हुआ है, उसमें निरंतर कार्य चलते आ रहे हैं। उसमें उनके लिए गाँव में ही पढ़ाई की व्यवस्था, गाँव में ही रोजगार की व्यवस्था, ऐसे अनेक तमाम प्रदेश शासन ने काम किया हुआ है।
The district has not made any progress in terms of economies in the last 20 years, despite having a magnesium mine. The fishermen of the district too face problems after popular Wainganga prawns became extinct.
अभी वैसे कृषि की व्यवस्था देखा जाए तो अभी किसान लोगों की हालत अभी बदतर हो चुकी है, क्योंकि वर्षा अधिक होने से अभी किसान लोग बहुत बुरी तरह से प्रभावित हुए इससे।
शहर में सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है यहाँ ड्रेनेज सिस्टम सही नहीं है, दूसरा यहाँ की रोड भी सही नहीं है, और यहाँ पे प्रॉपर स्ट्रीट लाइट की व्यवस्था नहीं है।
Tribals here have been demanding for better healthcare. Bega tribe of the district has been fighting for the forest rights. The government has made several provisions in the last 10 years, but the land rights have not been given to them. Gondwara leaders who want to help the tribes have also failed to provide the basic necessities to the tribals.
Balaghat does not have a single issue that is going to solely determine the election, but the tribal factor and the emergence of GGP will impact the elections. With camera person Prashant Karmakar, I am Rajsamand for Rajya Sabha TV.
And that's it on this edition of Verdict 2013. Thank you so much for watching.